Hey guys, this is Donna Foray with another review of Legend of Korra, episode 11, Skeletons in the Closet. So, yeah, this is going to be exclusively for episode 11, because I have a lot to say about this episode and episode 12. So, there will be two separate videos, don't you worry. Okay, getting into episode 11, thrilling. Like, that's the word I would describe actually for both episodes. Thrilling. It's like the season finale package, so things are going to keep moving. But I was like on the edge of my seat and kind of anxious because these characters rarely got a chance to rest. So, whew, I loved it. I honestly loved this episode. I have a few minor complaints, but nothing major. Okay, so getting into the episode. For some reason, because like in the last episode, Korra realizes that she kind of needs to take a step back. And for some reason I imagined that she would become like a mini Tenzin for the season finale. I don't know why. It's the writers know what they're doing. It's not like she's gonna suddenly be all Miss Patient after after one episode. So yeah, it was such a silly concern. But now I have the opposite concern. I hope that the writers won't make Korra learn the same lesson about patience 500 times in the next season. Again, the writers know what they're doing. I'll have faith in them. We'll just have to see what happens in season 2. Okay. So, there was a bit of humor. I mean, okay, wherever Bolin is, there's bound to be some humor. But we also see the hobo. And I paused the video and he bing, shows up in that shot, and I was like, wait, you! Goes back to episode 1. Oh. So now I'm imagining the writers when they put episode 1 together. I don't know. If I were them, I'd be like, hee, totally gonna make him show up in the last episode. Yes, no one will see this coming. So anyway, I was happy to see him. After we get to know him a little bit, now I kind of feel like he's a lovable uncle. Crazy. A little crazy. But kind of lovable. And now I hope we see him again in season 2. I don't know. Would you guys like to see him again in season 2? Let me know below. So, okay. Moving on to Makorra. There was a lot of Makorra in this episode. Especially because, in my opinion, it looks like Mako and Asami have broken up. And okay, just to say this about Makorra's progress thus far. On the one hand, it's been adorable watching them kind of realize that they like each other. It's kind of Beauty and the Beast-esque. Not that saying one's the beauty and the other's the beast, but in the beginning they didn't realize they had feelings for each other. But as events unfolded, they realized, oh, wow, I actually think this guy/girl is amazing. So, yeah. On one hand, it's so adorable, but on the other hand, an awesome Asami ends up getting in the way. Okay, I feel bad when I say getting in the way. What I mean is she gets hurt, and kind of like for no reason, in my opinion. She just ends up liking the wrong guy. If she liked Bolin, none of this would have happened. But I can understand that the writers wanted a character who, was awesome, but in the end couldn't make Mako ignore his feelings for Korra. So, in any case, but I still wish both Korra and Mako could have been a little more mature about how things happened. But I guess if you were to ask me, would you have been any better? Yeah, probably not. I probably would have been like Korra and snuck a kiss from Mako if I realized he liked me, even if he had another girl. It doesn't change my opinion, because Asami is a great girl and didn't deserve any of that. And kudos also for Asami for being mature and letting Mako go. That's how I interpreted that scene when Mako's like, I do care about you, and she's like, I care about you too. Goodbye kiss on the cheek. And yeah, that was their goodbye. So, yeah. Those were my thoughts about that. And if you have any quips, concerns, agreements, let me know below. Okay. So, there's also some, of course there's some action. I mean, duh. But at the same time, my favorite action scene was when the Equalists are coming in and we see General Iroh being like an awesome firebender and we see Korra being an awesome waterbender. And yeah, I have nothing bad to say about these guys. They were on point, including the Equalists. I mean, the Equalists are, in Amon and Hiroshi, they're so clever and smart and resourceful that even though I kind of despise all of them, I have to give them a bit of a salute. And a salute to the writers too. Yeah. In any case, yes, they have... It was awesome. Watching that particular scene was my favorite, by far, in this episode. Okay. So, going into now, finally, the big twist in this episode, which for me was Amon's a bender? Because I didn't see that coming. I firmly believed that Amon wasn't a bender. And as I said in I believe it was my first review video, I thought that he just had these weird nullifying abilities. So being a non-bender, but somehow having an ability to, I guess, yeah, nullify bending. But now that I realize, I guess I wasn't too far off. Like, he can nullify bending with his mind. As we saw in episode, was it episode 9, Out of the Past, when he somehow clears up all that smoke or snow that Korra blasted at him. And then in, was it episode 12? I think so. When Mako blasts fire at him and he does, I can't really explain what he did, but it definitely wasn't something a non-bender could do. So, in any case, he, being Amon, is a bender, and I was completely surprised by that. On the one hand, though, I believe who was it? Right, Fallen Shadow 09, who was, because I go on like forums and I check out a lot of other reviewers to see what they think, and there was this one person who commented and said that he or she believed that that the reason back for episode 9, the reason Tarlok couldn't bloodbend Amon was because Amon is the stronger bloodbender. And wow, who knew? He or she was right on. So that was the closest prediction to who Amon is that I have seen. So kudos, shout out, kudos, yes, to Fallen Shadow 09. Okay, so getting it, and also their story about their childhood story was slightly cliched. But at the same time, as I was watching it, I actually did feel depressed. Like, holy cow, they had the worst father ever. So, I don't know, I'm just imagining what their life might have been if Yukon wasn't their father. But then again, if Yukon wasn't their father, we wouldn't have had a story to begin with. So, in any case, so all in all, that story was a little cliched, but at the same time, very creative from the writers. Kudos to the writers, and it really played with my feelings. I felt I felt bad for Tarlok. Really? Wow. Go figure. In any case, good job to the writers, and that was I think it was well done. Okay. So yeah, that's the end of my review. Comment down below if you want to give me any feedback on what I've said. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys again for episode 12.